Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is August 23rd, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. There's the state of California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. Check out the Remnants. Tropical Storm Harold made landfall yesterday in Texas, now moving up across some in New Mexico as we speak. Should move across Arizona, Utah, maybe clipping some of Nevada and California here as well. We also have this trough. It's going to drop down the coastline and set up shop here over the Northern California, the coastline, just off the shoreline here, and this is going to allow for some thunderstorm development tomorrow across some of the Sierra Nevada and Northern California, and potentially even allow for a ridge to build across some of the southwest here. Probably some warming temperatures. No major heat dome right now. It's going to kind of be a cat and mouse game between the troughing here and some ridging, trying to build those. We go through early portion of next week. We'll take a look at those details in a moment. Looking at record monthly rainfall for August. Check it out. UCLA up towards 5 inches. Woodland Hills over 4.5 inches as well. Look at Palmdale, almost 4 inches there. LAX over 2.5. Downtown Los Angeles, just around 3 inches there. And you can see we shattered most of those records set back in 1977 for most monthly rainfall, courtesy of Hurricane and Tropical Storm Hillary as it moved right up across Southern California here. Interesting stuff. We'll continue to bring you some of these reports and some kind of damage reports here as we go through the next few days. They're still figuring stuff out there. I know there's quite a bit of flooding out across some of the desert areas. Now, this is how to deal with persistent smoke. Northern California, a lot of fires are active right now and things are burning. So stay indoors and limit outdoor activities, of course, during the worst times. We'll look at some of this data in more detail here in a moment. This is looking at Las Vegas National Weather Service. Great graphic here showing Harold making landfall, moving across the region here. So glad to see they are paying close attention. Nice. Now this is looking at Phoenix, Arizona. Look at this, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, going back up above 110 degrees here. Could be some major heat risk out here, including Yuma. And you can see these temperatures rising as we try to build a bit of a ridge here as we go through this weekend and into early next week. Now, this is kind of interesting here. It says today's shower and thunderstorm chances Thursday, August 23rd, but it's Wednesday, August 23rd. Somebody call Flagstaff, Arizona, then have them fix that one. Now you can see better chances the further you go north across Flagstaff versus Phoenix, about 40% versus 70%, and up towards Utah. Could even clip some extreme eastern portions of Nevada and California as well. Lake Havasu City, Kingman, can't rule out thunderstorm activity there today as well. This day in SoCal weather history. Check it out, 1988. Strong thunderstorm rolled through Orange County, a rare event, knocking out power to 40,000 people. Monsoon and thunderstorm activity, mostly the headlines here for this time of year. But look at this, 1988. You can see that tightly wound upper level low right off the Bay Area here, allowing for this monsoon moisture to move back up over the area. And you can see that in the precipitable water map here. Got all the way west of the mountains. A little bit unusual here for that monsoon moisture here. But yeah, 1988, maybe some of you guys even remember that one. This is looking at the NAM 3KM 12Z run hot off the presses. The remnants of Tropical Storm Harold did not make it to hurricane status. We'll be moving up over the area, and you kind of see a little bit of a spin in the atmosphere here. Cyclonic rotation there at about 18,000 feet. Could bring some flooding concerns across northern Arizona and Utah here over the next couple days as it moves across Colorado and eventually into Wyoming here as well. But we're going to have our own issues here with some thunderstorm activities as this trough is developing here Thursday into Thursday night off the Sierra Nevada, Northern California. We'll take a look at that a little bit more with this map here. This is the actual composite reflectivity of the NAM 3KM hot off the presses 12Z run. You can see that moisture move up across the area, kind of widespread, moderate, potentially heavy rainfall, lightning activity. You can see the spin in the atmosphere move across Arizona up into Utah. And as you go through Thursday afternoon, you see some of this activity start to bubble up across the Sierra Nevada, Northern California. Some of these storms could be strong here. Maybe it'll help out with some of the fire activity as well, but there's going to be lightning associated as also, so that could also, start some new fires here. So hopefully it'll be more on the beneficial side here, but you saw it wasn't that much precipitation. Looking at day one excessive rainfall outlook, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah. Tomorrow it actually does include Las Vegas as well, and you saw that spin in the atmosphere kind of leading to this slight risk here across southern Utah and northern Arizona. Now looking off through day three, you can see that moves off into Wyoming and Colorado here as well. So anyway, looking a little bit further out in the future, this is 500 millibars. You can see the upper level low merging with that trough off the Pacific Northwest. We get this ridge starting to try to build here across some of the southwest. It's going to increase temperatures, that low kind of retrograding a bit. Big kind of cat and mouse game going on between this potential ridge and this troughing here, depending on, it's going to make a big difference on just how much we warm up here across much of the southwest. So we'll watch that one closely. And this trough eventually moves through as we go through the mid portion of next week. We'll watch that one too for some effects on Northern California especially. We'll see what happens there. This is looking at Burbank, California. You can see the warm up coming here as you go through the weekend on into the early portion of next week. Average temperature this time of year, about 91, 92 as you go through August. Then the slow decline starts as you start to get in towards September. Burbank, California, look at that, a couple days, 101, 103. The GFS a little bit warmer than the European I just showed you there. So the Los Angeles metro probably going to warm up a bit here, as you can see, as you go through Monday and Tuesday, especially if you get away from the coastline. Big Bear City up in the mountains, you'll feel that warm up there as well. You can see the average high at this time of year right around 73 degrees, and the slow decline underway as we go through early September. Las Vegas, Nevada, the bump in temperatures there as well. It could even hit 110 there on Tuesday. Interesting stuff. Average temperature this time of year about 100. By the time you get towards September 7th, it's down towards 98, 97 or so. Los Angeles, California, a little bit cooler on the coastline. No sign of any big warm up or offshore winds right now, but you'll get some above average temperatures all the way out to the coastline, some mid 80s probably here for LAX. 6 to 10 day, you can see much of the west is included all the way through September 1st in above average conditions. 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. You can see hopefully we keep this monsoon moisture above average here as we go on through the early portion of September. Now looking at this, the Global Tropics Hazards Outlook, they downgraded this a little bit here as we go through September 5th here, but still a chance of tropical storm formation out there. We're always watching for that to see if any of these remnants might have their eyes back on Southern California or Nevada here, but nothing looks imminent right now. Just something we'll be watching here as we go through the extended. Now here's Northern California. You can just go ahead and Google air now if you're up in this region here, and you can kind of see the air quality index has been degraded here from some of these forest fires across Southern Oregon, Northern California. The good news is that Sierra Nevada is doing really well, and you guys know how bad it can get as you start to move through August, September, and October. So right now we're doing pretty well across a lot of the area except for Northern California, and I know it doesn't do you much good there if you're in and around some of these fires because the smoke can get pretty nasty. Now this is looking at the HER 3CAM 12Z run. This goes out 48 hours. This is basically surface smoke. You can see these fires flaring up and pumping out a decent amount of smoke from time to time. But again, the overall message from this is pretty good across much of the state of California. The Sierra Nevada is not on fire right now as it can be sometime. Sometimes this time of year it can get pretty nasty across the area. And if you guys want to go to Western Fire Chiefs here, Google that one too. You can kind of see these individual fires. You can scroll in and see them, and you have good information on it. Smith River Complex, about 47,000 acres now. It shows how much it's grown in the last 24 hours as well. So if you're out and about in this area and you want to know which fires are around you and just how much smoke you can expect, not a bad website to visit here. There's Redding, California, Red Bluff down here as well. So there would be Eureka, California off here in Crescent City right there. So yeah, hope you guys are liking these videos. We'll continue to do this daily. We'll just keep watching for this weather activity coming through here. We'll go through some blasts of the past on a daily basis. San Diego does a good job updating that information. But yeah, we'll watch some of this Herald move across some of the southwest here. Hopefully we can continue the active monsoon season across the area. It's been kind of hit and miss this year. It's not been active the whole time, that's for sure. But hopefully this uptick can hang on into the early portion of September, and we'll continue to watch this trough, potential for some ridge development going on as well. So we'll take a look at all this again tomorrow. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you guys then.